Alright, and as promised, this is the Shade Master coming in with a little bit of critique with some of the common cards that are being used and explored in the current modern setting for Magic the Gathering. We have Expressive Iteration. Now, we're going to look at this from a game designer perspective. As myself, I have made a game which allows the players to make a Shade Mage, or essentially a Planeswalker character, in a role playing game. So, what we're going to be doing is looking at how these cards translate into a flavorful, robust um, spell template that players can use in the game on a tabletop setting. And this is an example of two phenomena. One, it is terrible in terms of actually translating uh, into a playable tabletop experience. But secondly, if you've been paying close to the community, this card, Expressive Iteration, is horribly broken. It is horribly broken. It's overpowered, and the reason that it's overpowered, as we'll quickly discover when we compare it to the other card that I have in my back pocket to kind of compare it to, is that it does not tell a story. So let's just get this out of the way. Expressive Iteration costs 1 blue, 1 red, converted mana cost of 2, obviously. It is a sorcery. You can only cast it on your turn. And the card text reads, look at the top 3 cards of your library, your deck. Put one of them into your hand. You get a free draw out of this. Pretty cool. Put one of them on the bottom of your library. Basically, you can pick a card that you don't want to draw and, just you can sift through your deck that way. You can control your draws and exile one of them. Now, this exiled card, you may play the exiled card this turn. This is grossly overpowered for a 2 mana card. Basically, you get a free draw, and you get the option of putting one of the lower mana cost spells aside and just say, I'm going to cast this turn and be able to increase the efficiency of your deck. Horribly broken. And my problem with this card is not only is it mechanically broken from those who are playing the game and having this card available, but let's look at what it actually entails, what it actually represents. Expressive Iteration. The flavor text, which they actually have, says Prismari students dance in the tension between passion and perfection. This flavor text is also shit. It means nothing. It means dick in terms of telling you lore about what these Prismari students are, how they function, and how they operate as mages of the Academy of, I believe this is the Strixhaven expansion, and this was released, I believe, in 2021, so a pretty recent set. Just so you know the direction this is going. And looking at this card, looking at the artwork, they are using expressive slash interpretive dance. This is the quality of card and art that Magic the Gathering as a company has decided to go. They are hiring failed college students who decided to create cards that are glorifying the student debt that is outstanding. That's what this is. That this is a tribute to someone's outstanding student loan debt. Because instead of getting something that actually meant something, so instead of actually learning a new skill, instead of actually becoming a productive member of society, we have cards that now represent someone's student loan debt and their failed gender studies courses and classwork, and they're trying to find validation by making shit cards like this that you have to interact with on the table. Let's go to the other card by vast comparison. This is an uncommon card. It's overpowered, it's overused, it costs 2. Let's go to the other one. This is called, hang on, Pardon me. Give me 1 second. Let me get that back up. Alright, so I fixed it. The boomerang is done. I apologize. Let's move on with the show. That did not fucking happen. But to exemplify what good card mechanics, what good card flavor, what good card making looks like, we have Shades Form. Yeah, I know the game is Shades of Dominion, so I might be slightly prejudiced, but nonetheless, this costs 3 mana. It costs 2 black, 1 other. It is an enchant creature. And because it's an aura, it gives the enchanted creature an ability. It says you tap a black mana, and the creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. It makes the creature stronger as long as you're pumping black mana into it, hence Shades Form. But it has another unique feature. It is the bottom part. This: when the enchanted creature is put into a graveyard, return that creature to play under your control. This is a beautiful twist. Now, this is still a common card. It costs 3, but the beautiful twist is that this gives the card versatility and flavor. Not only is Shades Form giving the creature the power to be enhanced and boosted, but it's also giving the idea that this creature is now cursed with your influence, and when it dies, it will return to serve you, its new master. This is wonderful flavor. This is mwah, this is the chef's kiss. And if you actually go to this card and you go to the community rating, they absolutely rave about it. Now, this card was made around 2001 ish. I want to say 2001 or like maybe 2009. I can't remember, but a significant amount of time has passed, at least 10 years, in card making for Magic. And so you can see this tragic decade long decline in the card mechanics and the card development in Magic the Gathering. And this is something that the Shades of Dominion is trying to uh, rectify, and by bringing the card game into a role play where if you make a new card or a new spell template, as it were, this is going to be something that has to exist not just in the ephemeral bullshit you see right here. This is bullshit. This is pure meta. This has nothing to do with lore. This has nothing to do with what is actually experienced on the tabletop, and you don't even engage the opponent at all. You don't engage the battlefield at all. This is all internal. This is all about your feelings. But this bullshit right here, this is real life. This is real Magic. This is what every card should go for. And there are times when, the meta's okay, when it's internal, like you have cards like Brainstorm, but that makes sense. And it's not overpowered. And there's some sense of understanding as to what the limitations are. This is just nonsense. And you can tell based on the inspiration for it. Expressive iteration, celebrating some failed artist's interpretive dance gender studies class. Go to hell, Magic the Gathering. You know what you've done and you need to repent. That's it, guys. I have been the Shade Master. Now get out there and throw some shade. God bless and bye-bye.